Howdy, Ekanolo, H2Os, Roller Bros, and Joseph Romero's alike. I'm your guy to Q. Welcome back to r/quityourBS and r/thathappened. We're gonna get into this stuff. Let's do it! The Irish Daily Mirror, what a publication, reports Hollywood star Chris O'Dowd only wants to play Irish characters and is tired of seeing Irish actors playing Americans. Chris O'Dowd himself replies, "Nope, I didn't say that." It's a good thing that Chris O'Dowd saw this. I mean, I'm not saying casting directors trust the Irish Daily Mirror, but like, imagine if somebody saw this and was like, oh, I had a sweet multi-million-dollar role for Chris O'Dowd as an American, but I guess he's not interested. Reverse Pleasantville Halloween costume this year. Black and white in a color world. And I will admit, it looks pretty cool. Somebody on Reddit agrees. Okay, that's the coolest of all Halloween posts I've seen so far. And then somebody else says, it's fake. Source, just look into their eyes. You can't make the eye car uncle gray in real life. Also, I'm a professional photo editor. Edit, eye car uncle, I'm totally saying that wrong, there's no way it's eye car uncle, is the small little pink thingy in the corner of your eyes. And at first I was like, I don't know, I'm not familiar with this pink eye car uncle thing, but then somebody posted a link to an actual black and white costume thing, and this is what it looks like. So while everything else is perfect, you can clearly tell that that pink part of their eye is visible, and I guess there's just nothing you can do about that. Maybe if you wore contacts that were your entire eye or something like that, but I don't know. It looks kind of creepy with like the pinkness, but regardless, they look pretty cool. More misrepresented celebrities. Complex says John Legend says he and Kanye West were never the closest of friends. And John Legend quote tweets that, saying, I get why people want to make this a thing, but I was explaining to the reporter how I've seen people I love reacting to the deaths of their mothers. I was thinking specifically of my own mom, Chrissy's mom, and others. And I told her I wasn't really in a position to say, because while Kanye and I have had a long friendship and have made a lot of great music, we weren't close on a level of confiding in each other about grief. And I really have no opinion about John Legend, but I can say that nobody deserves to have their relationship with another person completely misrepresented in the media. For the sake of clickbait. And it's not even good clickbait, because it's like, who cares about this enough to click on a Complex article about it? But still, like, people see the headline. Alright, this is some Reddit thread. Wait, wasn't there evidence obesity and smoking was better for society since it saved us money with people who die prematurely instead of having old people who are a drag on society? That is quite the take. I forget which company, but yup. Researchers for one of the big tobacco firms used it to counter legislation against smoking to save in healthcare. They proved smoking actually saved healthcare costs. That report was what ended the plausible deniability of smoking-related health issues. They didn't, though, and you're probably just responding to your own comment here. Wrong, I'm just answering his question. Wrong username, but LMAO. So if you got lost a little bit here, the first commenter is the same as the third commenter, but the third commenter answered a question posed to the second commenter, so it was the same person the entire time. Great job, dude. Alright, this is, I guess, on some Facebook thread about vaccinations. Good stuff. Aisha, most kids that get them can't talk. They start babbling as babies, and as soon as they get these vaccines, they get quieter and quieter. Every single baby/toddler that I've come across is like this. The parents think it's normal because all the other kids are like that. They don't know any different. I've seen it in my own family, too. My granddaughter knew all of her animal sounds, colors, numbers, got a vaccine, boom, she couldn't say them anymore. She's coming around, but she's having a problem pronouncing words. She's about 5 months behind, but she's trying. My guess is that this is the mother or the father of the child that was just referenced in that last comment. Donna, please keep our child out of any of your future anti-vaccination rants. She didn't forget all her words, sounds, colors, or numbers after a vaccination. She's not 5 months behind. She's actually thriving using 4 to 5 word sentences at 2.5 years old. She has a great sense of humor and she knows it. I think she's doing just fine along with everyone else. I know that these anti-vax people have an excuse for everything. They think there's some government, pharmaceutical industry conspiracy going on, but don't you think that if kids' development was stunted almost every time they got a vaccination, that parents and doctors wouldn't notice? Like, oh my god, just 99% of people get vaccinations, and within that 99% of kids is every frickin' child prodigy, and doctor, and lawyer, and engineer, and mechanic, and all these people that do amazing things with their brains. It's not LMAO. I just remember when I told the doctor I hadn't had my period in 2 years, and he told me it's because I'm a creative person, and all my energy is focused on my brain instead of my ovaries. Did you go to medical school, sir? Literally, he was like, what do you do for work? And when I said I'm a writer, he was like, aha, that solves it, LMAO? Did you, like, go to a dark alley labeled doctor's office? Like, what doctor wouldn't take not having your period for 2 years seriously? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I ordered a Switch on Walmart.com, and I got a PS4 with the note, "I think this is what you meant," on it. Thank you to whoever did this, I love it. Okay, so you're saying you ordered a specific console. I mean, if you want a Nintendo Switch, you probably want a hybrid console that you can take away from your house, but also play on your big TV at home, and also play all those sweet Nintendo exclusives, but instead, you get a PS4, which is a perfectly amazing console, just not what you ordered, and you have a copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Switch on the floor, with nothing to play it on because you got a freaking PS4 instead of a Switch. It's just stupid. Who would accept this as a reasonable replacement? I drew the Twin Towers being destroyed by airplanes with evil faces back when I was in 2nd grade or something. My teacher found it and kept it, and I got into trouble for drawing during class. Anywho's, a week later, boom, 9/11. Boom! 9/11! I had to get pulled out of school because my teacher started to get me to tell her future instead of teaching me. She was fired. Okay, aside from the fact that this story is obviously fake, I don't know why Boom 9/11 just inspired such feelings within me. It just made me think of, like, this dude bro talking to his dude bro buddies, just being like, yo, I was banging this dope chick. We had, like, this sweet friends with benefit situation going on, and then boom, 9/11, she's no longer with us. Best coochie I ever had, rest in peace. So, I kinda did that to myself. There used to be this club in the West End of Gasclow, Scotland, called Cleopatra's, or Clatty Pat's as we called it. It was well known as a place to grab a MILF. I was 19 and I went there on a mate's birthday and pulled this older lass, but she didn't really look it. I think she was 40, but she looked like late 20s. Anyway, one thing led to another and we went back to her place. In the morning, I had to get up early to get to work, and as I was leaving, her son came in just off the night shift. Screw me. It was the little shit that tormented me all through secondary school. The look on his face was absolutely priceless. He stuttered a few words out and then just went straight up to his bedroom. Me and his mom just looked at each other and smirked. Yes, because when I'm a 40-year-old mother and I have a gentleman over to stay the night and my son sees that I had a gentleman over to stay the night, I'm sure to smirk at my guy friend after my son is embarrassed. Like, did she know that your son had bullied you? This is just, 1970s futuristic concept for jetliner air travel. This actually looks really sick. I really dig it. But this Redditor points out, I knew I saw this image before, it's concept art for the game Killer is Dead that went unused. Source. Credits to Tony Holmsten, and that's all well and good. I kinda wanna go off on a tangent. I own the game Killer is Dead, and it's a decent game, I guess, but there's this gigolo mode in that game where you, like, are on a date with a girl and you need to, like, give her gifts, but you also, like, this is an important gameplay mechanic, you also need to sneak looks at her private regions without her seeing in order to fill up a meter for some, like, successful date, I guess that's what dating is about. And this is like in order to get weapon upgrades, so it's like an important part of the game. It's ridiculous. Ah yes, another garbage news publication. Rob Liefeld exits Marvel after tweeting about shady business practices. Rob Liefeld himself responds, I have a lifetime contract with Marvel. This is so ridiculous. Sad you fell for this. I honestly can't believe this. A respected publication like Newsarama lying to us. How could they do it? How American Apparel markets unisex shirts, men versus women. Hashtag not buying it. A good note on how something can be sexist without even using words, just presentation differences between genders. I mean, not that it's a revolutionary observation, but just saying, haha. Sorry, but this is BS. If one bothered to search for this, you would find this. Two people very normally wearing this shirt, looking like they want to die for some reason. Let's click it then. Direct link loads this picture first, the guy looking like he wants to die, and then you can see in the bottom right corner, bottom center, there's two pictures of a guy in a more sexy position with his chest showing. And then it gets, like, even more sensual. There's a bunch of options for sensual pictures of men wearing this shirt if that's what you need to make your purchase decision. And then, of course, it's the same exact story for the female representation of this shirt. You've got the girl looking like she wants to die, and then 3 pictures below of her being a little bit more risque with it. And it goes on. Pretty much every default picture is completely modest, and then they have some more, like, you know, sensual, I don't even know what to say, like, more exciting representations of the clothing. So there's no sexism here, it's just, you got options, and this person decided to completely misrepresent it. The most frustrating thing about this is on pretty much any social media platform, more people will see the initial outrage post than people will see the actual explanation and debunking of the outrage post. So stuff like this really stinks, and it's just really not a good idea to misrepresent companies or individuals or anybody like this. Hey, if you like this video, you might like another video I made recently about this WikiHow article on how to get a guy who has a girlfriend. I get angry, I have a good time with it. Anyway, there's gonna be like a thing that pops up on your screen. Also, I'll link it in the comments. Skate on to the best of your abilities, guys. Make sure you're drinking more water, and I'll see you very soon. Take care of one another, stay safe, and peace.